Have you noticed that you don't trust yourself the way you used to? Maybe you pause longer before deciding. You second guess things that you have handled 100 times before. You replay conversations and wonder why being sure feels harder now than it used to. And at some point you think, why don't I trust myself anymore? If that's been quietly sitting with you, this video is for you. I'm Michelle, self-care and confidence coach for midlife women. I work with women who are capable, responsible, and have done a lot of life, and who suddenly feel less sure of themselves than they used to. If this is the kind of conversation that feels supportive, go ahead and hit subscribe because that's the kind of conversations that we have here. Today, I want to talk about how self-trust actually comes back after 40 plus years. Not in a dramatic way, not all at once. And I'm going to walk you through why self-trust fades when you stop listening to yourself and how second guessing slowly sneaks in. What actually helps trust begin to return in real life. So for most women, self-trust doesn't disappear overnight. It fades quiet. You feel tired, but you keep going. Something fills up, but you talk yourself out of it. You want to say no, but it feels easier to say yes. None of that makes you weak. It makes you responsible. But over time, your system learns something important. I'm not going to be listened to. So when midlife asks you to slow down, instead of feeling clear, you feel doubtful. Stop trusting yourself. Remember realizing that I didn't trust myself, not because I was incapable, but because I hadn't gotten really good at talking myself out of what I felt. I could explain why something made sense, even when it didn't feel right. And after a while, my own signals just stopped speaking up. What helps? You don't have to fix anything yet. Just start by noticing yourself again. Notice maybe what feels heavy, what feels lighter, what feels like a quiet no. Listening without rushing to change anything, it's often the first place that trust starts to come back. Next, second guessing. Second guessing grows when you stop being the first person that you consult with your decision, right? Another thing that happens, it's very subtle. You stop asking yourself first. You check in with friends. You look for reassurance. You ask someone else, what would they do? And over time, your own voice gets softer, softer and softer. And not because it's gone, but because it hasn't been invited to the party. It has not been invited into the conversation. What could help here is before you look outward for answers, ask yourself, what do I think about this? Even if you're not sure yet, self-trust doesn't require certainty. It requires including yourself, asking yourself. Self-trust is built through reliability, not confidence. This is the piece that changes everything. Self-trust isn't about feeling confident. It's about knowing you'll stay with yourself. Every time you tell yourself you'll rest and you don't. Every time you set a boundary, you override it. Every time you promise yourself something and quietly let it go, trust doesn't disappear because you failed. It fades because you weren't there for you. What helps here? Start small. Keep one promise that you can keep to yourself. Rest when you said you would rest. Follow through on one simple thing for yourself today. Those little moments add up. And that's how trust rebuilds through evidence, not motivation. So if you're wondering how to trust yourself again after 40 plus years, here's what matters. Self-trust returns when you start listening again. It grows when you let your own voice come first. And it strengthens when you follow through in small, realistic ways. You are not trying to become someone brand new. You're just trying to reconnect with someone that you're familiar with, right? If you want support with this in between videos, I share weekly reflections and affirmation in my newsletter, The Simple Stride Snapshot. You'll find the link below. And in the next video, we're going to talk about how to move forward, even when confidence still feels shaky. I'll see you next time.